Now we go to another traditional NFC power that is sort of fallen on tough times. 2024 was certainly a difficult year for the polarizing Dallas Cowboys. They select number 12 in 2025. This is the highest they've picked in a few years. What are the Cowboys going to do?
Yeah, highest pick the Cowboys have had since 2021 when they ultimately traded back from 10 to 12 where they currently sit. Landon Micah Parsons, so it worked out well. I've had my eye on Tetairoa McMillan this entire time, so certainly a bit bummed to not walk away with him. But this is the kind of draft where when you're picking in this slot, you feel like you have a number of options. So Matthew Golden is the pick for the Dallas Cowboys. The team is in sore need of an option opposite of CeeDee Lamb to really help the offense return to some form. CeeDee really hasn't had a proper running mate in the offense since the Cowboys traded away Amari Cooper, and we all know how infamous that was.
So Matthew Golden obviously staying in the state of Texas, going from Austin to Dallas. This honestly just screams a Jerry Jones draft pick. It really does. The speedster ran a 4.29 40. He's a little undersized at 5'11", 191, but he made big play after big play at Texas. And like I said, staying in the state, I think, is a solid move for Dallas. This might be considered a little bit of a reach, but I think it's a risk that they have to take. Last year, Texas went for 54 catches, just under 1,000 yards, and scored 9 touchdowns, and was also named in 2023 second team All Big 12. Now let's bring the rest of the NFC East in. Like I said before, always one of the most lively divisions as it comes to debate. Washington, what do you think about Dallas going and getting a number 2 receiver?
You know, I personally love Matthew Golden. That's someone I said back in November because I live here in Austin, Texas. This is the guy that you should be watching, not Isaiah Bond. This is the better prospect in my opinion. So it does feel like a Jerry Jones type of pick, but CeeDee Lamb needs some help. That window is closing for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, which I'm fine with. We can slam it shut for all I care. We've made it to the NFC Championship. But I think this is a great pick. The wide receiver draft doesn't really impress me too much out of these top 5. After that, it kind of falls off. So I think this is the spot to take it. I wouldn't wait on a premier wide receiver if you're the Cowboys. So I wish I could hate the pick, but I honestly love it because I've been high on Golden for a while.
Now, the Giants hit on a wide receiver in the first round last year, albeit a little bit higher up in the draft order. Number 12, what do you think about Matthew Golden?
I like the pick. I don't think this is, up there with a guy like Malik Neighbors or anything like that. And I do agree with the Cowboys content creator that Tetairoa McMillan might have been a better fit considering that CeeDee Lamb takes about half his snaps from the slot as well. When banking on Matthew Golden, you're talking about banking on the projection. He really didn't show that he was a wide receiver 1 until Isaiah Bond was out of the lineup. So you are banking on projection. I like his route running, crispy. I do think that 40 time might be a little bit skewed. I'm not too sure what the clocks were looking like that day. But when you look at Matthew Golden on the field, I don't necessarily see a 4.29 guy, but I see a guy that can come into the league and have a lot of success.
And now lastly, with Philadelphia, about their thoughts.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's obviously a weird spot for the Cowboys. I don't really even know how to describe them. So if you're going to try and get back to a good foundation and try to get something going offensively with Dak, and we've seen it over the years with some of their wide receivers and Zeke when he was in his prime, and you could see that there was substance there offensively. I don't even know what they are anymore. So if the idea is to get back to some form of identity, I think this fit kind of, screams that's maybe the mentality, and it's hard to go against that because they are out of whack right now.
All right, so Matthew Golden getting 3 solid reviews from his division rivals. Now, we